fact that they force you to still use a separate launcher for this game, especially the EA whatever launcher, I don't know, EA Play is quite annoying.
I hope he's okay.
That's not. Whatever. Fine. This way.
In other news, Exogenic Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Why do I keep... Oh, that's why, because I keep pressing...
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them all to enlightenment. Where there was only darkness, the Enkindlers gave light.
Okay, so did I get this one?
Where there was only ignorance, the Enkindlers gave wisdom. Where there was only silence, the Enkindlers gave...
Might be time to take some Theraflu again. Jesus. I already went here. I mean, I know I already went here, but I went the opposite direction of where I meant to go. Okay, so there's technically should be 2 keepers left. You only need 20. I don't know if I can actually get one of them though.
One sec, looking you up. Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
How did you know all that?
I'm the CSEC requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
No, because your prices are
Show me
too
what you've
expensive.
So, system's telling me to offer you our Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you.
Just
Sorry.
show me
I'll
what
open the
you've got.
rare stock for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Yeah, 313,000. I mean, those are good weapons, but I'll get one eventually, later, when I have 300,000 credits to waste. So the question is, can I actually get to this keeper in the docking bay? It's the wrong one.
I've heard some humans are angry at the Quarians after the attack on Eden Prime. After all, you created the Geth.
The Geth killed billions and forced us from our homeworld. Most Quarians believe we have paid properly for our mistake.
Hopefully having you with us fighting Saren will change people's minds.
I don't think I can actually get up there. Oh, okay. Truth be told, I have never really played this on Insanity, so I don't know, like, I'm sure there's a way to cheese it, like, there's a priority of what you should level, and I'm not doing that at all, so this may end up not being all that fun.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me.
So now we get the real story of what happened.
What happened?
I failed.
With Saren.
It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you
Saren's
down.
gone.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Sounds like we should...
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't
Your
have to...
actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll do whatever it takes to
That's
stop.
exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might...
Good, get the hell out of here.
Yes, Commander? Honestly, this is... But you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now.
That's why I said 20 years
Was
ago.
our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
I think I deserve the whole story.
Alliance Intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chance.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away
Who
with
do
it?
you think the Council was going to listen? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. Maybe he just likes the violence.
The only thing
You're
I
right,
care about.
Commander. It's no good living.
I want to know the truth about you and Saren.
We had
I wanna
intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a... Alliance intel had done all the work. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out.
The only thing I
You're
care
right,
about is...
Commander.
What
It's
do you
no
know
good.
about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority in Novaria.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Oh, yeah.
Tali, why do you Quarians wear those suits all the time? Is it a cultural thing?
No, living in the clean environment of the flotilla has weakened our immune systems. The environmental suits protect against diseases.
Oh, well.
I feel like I should have gotten a mission already to... plant a bug in the control tower. There's a guy. Shorebon.
Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you again. Is there something you want?
You can start by telling me the truth, Shoreman.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
Your lies are catching up with you. We spoke with your...
Spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
No, but you're gonna
You
tell
boys can go. Looks like my plans are... It's not as bad as you think, Commander. Jalid and I just got a little... over our heads.
Keep talking.
The company we work for developed an experimental procedure for use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the Keepers. Can you imagine? A tool that can actually get readings from the Keepers?
What's so special about that?
The Keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them.
Excuse
Don't
me.
you see? We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. You know we can do it.
Why are you trying to kill your partner?
I'm not trying to kill him. Jalid's job was to disseminate our initial findings. But he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
So you're just trying to get back what Jalid already stole.
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by, Commander. You'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
I suppose.
Very good. The data you're gathering for me is useless if Jalid won't help me analyze it.
I'll go have a chat with him.
Thank
right
you.
now.
And happy scanning, Commander.
Fuck being sick.
Hello again. Did you have any luck finding Shorban?
I found out you've been lying to me, Jalid.
Lying?
What about the Keeper data? We know about that.
He told you? I was afraid Shorban would kill me to get the data, so well, I was hoping you'd take care of him.
I'm scanning the keepers for Shorban, but you two need to stop fighting.
Well, I appreciate the help, Commander. I better go get...
Yeah, you better. Can I do this yet? Oh, there's nothing there yet. Alright, I guess I'll go, like, do the actual game. I'm not going to enjoy this. Probably going to die, like, instantly. On that stupid Krogan.
I need those supplies for my clinic. I can't.
You can and you will, or your story won't stay secret for long. Don't disappoint me, Doctor.
Oh, Commander Shepard, I didn't see you come in.
Who was that on the vid? What do they want?
Someone from my past. I can take care of it.
I might be able to help you.
I was fired by my previous employer for giving out free medical supplies. They never filed any charges. They just wanted me to leave. I have to give them what they want. If the board finds out about my past, I could lose my license. They'll shut my
Maybe
clinic.
I can get you out of this. Tell me what they want.
I have to give some of my medical supplies to a merchant in the markets. They expect delivery today.
Give me your contact's name. I'll
Deal with him, but won't they expose my past?
I'll make sure they don't tell
I
him.
was told to speak with a merchant named Morlan. Down. I really appreciate this, Commander. Thank you.
Let me take a look at what you have.
Of course.
I can't ever figure out who sells the Metagel upgrades. I think it's actually the guy in the cargo bay on the Normandy. I guess I'm just gonna go down here and do this quest.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
You were expecting a delivery of medical supplies?
But I was told the doctor would be bringing...
Change of plans.
A change, but the doctor... I don't...
Shut up, Moreland. I told Baines you'd screw this up.
What the hell's going on here? Who are you?
Leave the doctor alone.
We can end this if you just bring me those supplies. Otherwise, I'll start telling people about the doctor's little secret.
You're shutting down a medical clinic. What if someone needs treatment? What if you need treatment?
Hey, hold on. I'm just the middleman here. This is way more than I bargained for.
Thank you, human. It is good to see him humbled so.
What do you know about Baines?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have.
Oh, okay. Jesus. 30%, 3,000% increase. So is this club like open again? Okay.
I got business here, but not with you. Go away. I'm not interested in talking.
Go away. Let me drink it, please. Go away. Let me drink it, please.
Okay, whatever. Did things out of order here?
Commander, how did things go? Really? But I can't pay you for your help, but I can give you a discount on any
The
supplies.
thug said he worked for a man named
Baines.
Baines.
I wonder if he means Armiston Baines. We worked together a long time ago.
What can you tell me about him?
Last I heard, the Alliance military was contracted.
Captain Anderson might know him.
We'll see what the captain...
I wish... Is there anything else I can help you? Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking to you.
Excuse me, Commander.
Nope.
Could you spare a moment?
No, I could not.
Yes, Commander?
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is dead. Has been for quite some time.
The people I spoke with seem to think he was still alive.
It's not common knowledge. Military is keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance. Stuff even I wasn't aware of. One day he turns up dead on a drifting scout ship. Everyone suspects it was foul play. But it was never...
What can you tell me about
I don't know
the ship?
much about it. You should talk to Admiral Kahoku. One of his crews discovered Baines' body.
Any idea how to find
Last
him?
Is there anything else, Commander?
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Could you spare a moment of your time?
I hate that you can't go straight to the docks in this game. And in both 2 and 3, you can go straight to the docks. You still have to, like, you can't go straight to the ship, but you can still go 5 feet from the ship.
No, I'm waiting. Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
I appreciate
My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres.
Captain Anderson said you'd have information.
Not as much as I'd like to. One of my crews found him, frozen stiff on board a derelict. I sent a recon group to investigate the system. We lost contact yesterday. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want.
I'll find them.
I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find them.
I'll find their bodies.
I'll upload the info on where
And
my
then
last scene to your ship.
fly to Thresher Maw. Now it's off to the wards.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them,
I'm not 100% sure what the Enkindlers are. Without spoiling it, I'm not going to. Neither of these games aren't 10 years old. They're either the Protheans or the Reapers. I think they're the Protheans. Which is like what they just said.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have
This is
our
my
orders.
favorite ship on the
Find
Citadel.
Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse.
But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you.
I thought he was EXO, Presley.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's
I
just
guess
me.
so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive... They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
How did you end up serving on
I
Earth?
enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe. Too secure. I figured I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse. And the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them. Goodbye, Commander.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting and we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Just trying to get a sense
I've
of
wasted enough of your time for... Commander?
Oh, right, this is Mass Effect 1. Okay. There's nothing back here.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for...
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my... If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
Garrus isn't cut out for corporate work, obviously.
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make...
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast.
I wasn't trying to... I understand, Commander.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
They tried the same with us, but we
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the
So
same.
your people, an infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive. And I suppose it's destroying.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity.
Sorry, Rex. I
Your
wasn't trying.
ignorance. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us. Ask this. All I know, it makes every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he? It's just who we are, Shepard.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit?
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
We never trained to fight synthetics. The Geth
Our
haven't
training's supposed to make us able to adapt. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to
I'm
talk?
sorry, Commander. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Let's get this shit on with. Alright, I still gotta talk to Tally. Tally? Tally?
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me
I'll
about...
tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half... She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. She's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Where else have you served?
Name a class of Alliance ship I've probably served. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on,
Aye, aye, Commander.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and... But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your
Our
people.
lives aren't... Unfortunately, we have had to...
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population... Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures...
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance. In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty. And they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the
I want to know more about...
I doubt I can tell you anything you... All I know is the story of their origins. What they
Interesting.
were. The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence... Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group...
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original...
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its quarian. As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Holy shit.
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so a general order went out across all...
You're the ones who started the war. The Geth...
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of... The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exiled, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors...
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we didn't... If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's
I'm just gonna skip all this. I can't.
as a gift to the cat. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. It's not the best.
Okay, I can't deal with that anymore. Like 10 straight minutes of dialogue. So this is not gonna be fun. I don't think I'm even gonna do that part of the game for now. Here it is, like one of the best OST songs in all of video games. I was gonna say, Mass Effect, along with a lot of early to mid, or even late 2000s sci-fi, it's kind of like a time capsule. As you can see if you watch like Battlestar Galactica or Stargate, or you play Mass Effect, a lot of the concepts are the same. Like everything's very fleshed out, has a proper amount of backstory compared to like modern crappy sci-fi, where everything is basically just a mystery box, like, you know, J.J. Abrams. Is this the wrong system? I think this is the wrong system. How? Oh shit. No, it's not this one. Yeah,
Commander,
okay.
I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
See how much of this really feel like messing with. This may not be the right planet. I'm pretty sure it isn't. I'm positive it isn't. This is gonna be a Thresher Maw. Shit. Oh, well, good. This gives me a chance to talk about how incredibly much I hate the Mako and everything about it. So, like, literally every planet in this game is just covered in gigantic vertical mountains. Like, there's one specific place where you can climb these mountains, and then even if you do, this is what happens. There's a giant fucking valley. So you gotta find your way all the way around. And then all the way back down. it was even worse in Andromeda because you literally had plateaus everywhere. Like you had to get out of the vehicle and go there on foot. How do you get out of the Mako? It is, the controls are less god-awful though on PC. Trying to control this thing on Xbox was like the worst experience ever in both the original and this version. Because if you didn't align the joysticks perfectly, like oh, fuck you. Are you really gonna waste my time? Like, force me to put my points into this? Which one unlocks electronics? I think it's like first aid, honestly. Whatever, I guess I'll come back for this. Is that my ice machine? So, sometimes I can't tell what's making noise. So this is gonna be a thresher maw for sure. Now I gotta also figure out what the zoom button is. This might actually be that planet where the mercenaries ambush you, like on the side of a mountain. This one is definitely a thresher maw. Guess I should prepare. I think I've died maybe twice ever to a thresher maw, and this maybe number 3. Where are you, little shit? hate when they do this because they just like disappear and pause the game mechanics. See? Just went back underground. I don't know how to use Omnigel either. I wish this was over already. These are Kohaku's dudes, I think.
Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Looks like these men were under Admiral Kohaku's
Yeah.
command. He'd want to know what happened here.
Can you not turn this thing off? Okay. I'll worry about repairing this later if I take more damage. Okay, so this one. Solarian. So this isn't the right planet. And I don't have high enough skill. Okay, so whatever. I'll continue this in the next video. Then we'll go find Liara and do some plot stuff.